Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Vizony. This is the DP04 native 1080p home theater projector. Now this has a lot of nice features such as built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. We're going to get into it now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that you get once you get everything out of the box. Of course, you get the main unit. We do have some documentation. There's a troubleshooting card here and also a user manual for the model number DP04. And this is a well laid out user manual, all written in English. It's not microprint, so you're not going to need a magnifying glass to read it. It's going to go over your button assignments, how to set your keystone in focus, all of your remote control assignments, a quick start guide, and how to hook up Bluetooth devices and or Wi-Fi devices as well, because this includes Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Now it has dual band Wi-Fi, 2.4 gigahertz and up to 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi 6, so you can do things like screen mirroring as well. So hold on to this just in case you do need it. Now they do give us a little bit of cleaning utilities here, a microfiber cloth and some Q-tips for cleaning the lens and things like that, and keeping your projector nice and clean. As far as a power adapter goes, you get a 2-prong to 2-prong AC power plug for this unit, and the unit itself is a pretty small size, as we'll get into in just a moment. We do have a 3.5 millimeter to legacy red, white, and yellow cables for legacy devices, maybe an old VCR or something that takes those composite cables. You'll be able to use with that. Now we do get a full HDMI cable here as well, so you can hook up things like an Xbox, a PlayStation, a laptop, or whatever you would like through HDMI. We do get a nice remote control with this. It's got all of your basic features, including your volume up, volume down, mute audio, your back button, a navigation and OK wheel here, a home and menu button, and of course a power button at the top. Now this does take 2 AAA batteries that are not included, so just make sure that you have a few on hand. Looking at the main unit here, up in the left hand corner, I've got your basic parameters here, so you can come back to this point in the video. If I miss anything, you can check it out. This only weighs 1.1 kilograms. It's 207 by 169 by 91 millimeters. On the top, we do have a focus ring and a keystone correction ring as well for up to 15 degrees of keystone correction. You do have a navigation, back, OK, and power button on the top. And then on the side, we do have our input for our AC plug-in. On the back, we do have our speakers. We do have an IR LED. We do have a full-size USB 2.0, a full-size HDMI, that AV input cable, and of course a 3.5 millimeter headphone out jack that you can use for either wired headphones or wired speakers. On the bottom here, we do have 4 feet to keep it in place. We also have a spot in the middle for a tripod if you do want to mount this via tripod. We also have a leveler up front, and as you can see, we also have a nice big lens here for that native 1080p resolution. So that's the unboxing of the DP04 from Vizony. Let's check out what it can do. Okay, so taking a look at the main menu here, you can see we've got some nice brightness. We do have settings for screen mirroring, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, our inputs such as AV, HDMI, or USB. Wi-Fi is where you'll go to hook up to your Wi-Fi network. This supports up to Wi-Fi 6. It also supports 5 and 2.4 as well. If we go into settings here, you can see we've got our picture mode, standard out of the box, but we do have dynamic, mild, and user. If we switch over to user, we can really go in and set our contrast, brightness, color, and sharpness. So if you do want to tweak the settings, you can here in user mode. If we go back here, we can take a look at the color temperature, which is what we're going to do here, medium, cool, or warm. Now it comes on medium by default and standard by default, and I'm going to leave those for the test so that you guys can see it out of the box. We can also rotate this if you're going to have this either mounted upside down maybe, or on the ceiling. You can have that done as well. Now, reducing display, we can reduce the display by up to 50% if you have a smaller area which you need to project onto. So this helps for saving space if you do need to do that. Now, of course, you can project up to a 200-inch screen with this projector. Now in sound mode, we've got about the same thing. We've got movie, music, sports, and user. Now user will allow you to go in and adjust the treble and the bass. We can also adjust the balance left or right if we need to. We've got sleep timer. We can set that anywhere from 10 minutes to 240 minutes if you want it to auto shut off after a certain amount of time. You do have an OSD timer here as well as an auto sleep in case you do want this to shut off. You can tweak those settings. Now here we've got our languages, and we can change those from English to other languages. Our Bluetooth settings, restore factory default, software update via USB, or over-the-air upgrades. Now I already have the most updated upgrade on here, so I'm good to go. But once you're hooked in via Wi-Fi, you can do over-the-air upgrades. In Bluetooth, you can turn this on and then select available device, and this will search for Bluetooth devices. So if you want to hook up extra Bluetooth speakers or headphones, you can easily do so right from here. So this adds an extra dimension there if you don't want to use the built-in speaker. Now we're going to check out screen mirroring. It has options for iOS devices, Android devices, and network settings, which will take you back to your Wi-Fi to make sure that you're connected to a Wi-Fi network. I have a S24 Ultra Android phone here, so I'm going to do Android, and this is very simple. You're just going to go to whichever phone manufacturers are a little bit different, but on my particular phone, it's going to be called Smart View, and I'm just going to launch Smart View, and I'm going to look for the Vizony device that comes up in mirroring screens. This should not take too long to pop up. As you will see here, it comes up and is pretty responsive. So it does blank for a second, and then there is my screen. So I can, turn this, and I can swipe through everything that I want to. I can read the news. I can do whatever I want to, browse the internet. I can go to YouTube and watch YouTube videos. Now, if you do want to use other things for movies, such as Netflix or Prime Video or something like that, they are copyright protected, and you will not be able to do that over Wi-Fi streaming. So what you're going to have to do to get that is you're going to have to hook up something like a Chromecast or a Amazon Fire Stick into the HDMI port to get native playback for streaming services. Now, YouTube will be fine, home movies will be fine, and everything like that. But as you can see, wireless mirroring works very well on the DP04. Okay, so all the settings are out of the box. I have a 4K encoded file of a gameplay captured on my PC. We're going to set the volume to about 80% or so, and I'll let you see and hear what this looks like out of the box. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention is that the colors are really good on this. Nice, crisp, and clear colors. The sound was strong enough out of the internal speaker to override any fan noise that you would have heard from this setup as well, so that is excellent. And overall, even if you look at the corners, they don't get fuzzy. They're nice and clear and crisp. You've got a few other options there that you can enable, like fast forwarding, pausing, frame by frame, and so on. But there are a lot of tweaks that you can do to this under the display settings that we showed you earlier. If you want to make it brighter or more contrast, and change from a mild to a warmer or colder view, you can do that as well. There you go. That's my review of the Vizony DP04 native 1080p home theater projector. Now, lots of things to like about this projector. A very good picture out of the box. Native 1080p with support of up to 4K file playback. Very nice speakers built in with the option to hook up other ones or external ones, either wired or via Bluetooth. And this also supports up to Wi-Fi 6 for connections and for streaming iOS or Android devices directly to the unit. Overall, I think Vizony has a nice and solid projector here, and I'm definitely going to give it a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.